Gayle, see what? Because you obeyed God, Gayle. See.
Well, God had to use Bunny to push me the way he had to use Lisa to push Amy, because I'm not a push myself to the front of the line, and I'm not. I try to be
Neither
respectful,
am I.
not intrusive, and so I don't think I would have asked for this thinking it wouldn't happen. So I'm delighted that it has, and it's
Yes.
wonderful. Very wise. So we've taken up a lot of your time, Amy, and I want to be really respectful. I know you're a
Well,
very
ask
busy.
Lisa. We could probably do this for like.
Well, I know
We do this.
we could all sit here and talk for hours. There's no doubt about it. I have loved
Well,
our.
we'll have to do it again, ladies.
Yeah.
We would love that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
My
I would
computer's about to die.
just love that and be open to it. Do you have
Yeah.
any final things you'd like to say to the group, the Authentic Amy?
Well,
Roloff?
I think, I think, tell everyone thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you for your support, your encouragement, because I do not take that lightly. It really means a lot to me. And, everyone loves affirmations. I mean, I don't care who you are. Everyone loves it.
Yeah.
But as Lisa and I, have expressed, earlier, but I do not like yes people. I don't want people to say I'm the greatest thing on the planet if they don't mean it, don't believe it, and so constructive criticism to me is, good too. And it's always to keep in mind when you're a fan or a supporter of someone, you're seeing a moment, just a glimpse of a particular situation. Because in my mind, or all of us really, we're filming like for 3 hours. Yeah. And when we see the show, when I see the show, sometimes I'm like, that is not what I got out of that 3 hours. Because it's editing, it's a real true moment. Yeah. But the way they edit it changed the perspective of that moment. And so when people come to me, and I think Matt is probably a little more stagey than I am. I don't want to know so much ahead of time. I want to keep it as real as I possibly can, because I think I have a certain anxiety of when I think I have to do something, or when I put these imaginary expectations of what I think other people want from me. Well, Lisa will attest to this, man. I totally failed at a speaking engagement, but so I'd rather keep it real. So for me, this is real to me. Yes, if we go to a restaurant, yes, it's staged where, the film was going in, coming out. But in general, the
conversations are real. Yeah.
It's not like they're feeding us lines or.
No, not at all.
They'll give topics, ideas, and I'll say, okay, I'll decide whether I want to talk about that or not. And so anyway, I think it's just a really appreciation, and thank you everyone for, watching the show for so long. I mean, it's why I still have a job, and I value that, a lot. And I wish I could do like conferences, just like a Q&A, and, I'll tell a little story or do a little speaking engagement, but just like a gathering of little people fans. Little people, big world fans.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Amy, for sharing yourself with us. And
thank you.
I just want to thank you for being the person that you are, because I admire you greatly. And Lisa,
I look at, I just gained 2 friends. I truly do.
That's how I felt too.
You guys and everything, far or near, I feel like, I just gained 2 friends. So if I'm ever in the Daytona area, I'm like, hey, Bunny, what are you doing? Because we're going out. Okay. Or Gayle, I happen to be in Canada somewhere.
Yeah.
Toronto.
Oh, yeah. No, that's awesome. I feel very similarly. And so it's been a great chat today, and I sure hope we can do it again. And
but
Lisa,
the same goes for you. If you guys are ever out in the Northwest, get a hold of us.
Yeah, for sure. And Lisa, thank you for all you've done to coordinate and facilitate this.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I will admit, I will admit though, when she first told me about this, I'm like, Lisa, really? It's like,
I said, no, this is different. This is.
I can't do this for all of these, fans and everything, because if I do it for one, then all these other people are going to think I do it. And she goes, oh, no, Amy, this is different. I've been on the site. And, I'm like, okay. So it is one of those things that, we're a good balance for each other. And,
we are.
She definitely encourages me to do something where I'd rather say no. And then it ends up being, I'm so glad that, I did it. So thank you.
Gayle, see what? Because you obey God, Gayle. See.
Well, God had to use Bunny to push me the way he had to use Lisa to push Amy, because I'm not a push myself to the front of the line, and I'm not. I try to be respectful and not intrusive, and so I don't think I would have asked for this thinking it wouldn't happen. So I'm delighted that it has, and it's wonderful.
Great.
And it's amazing because I've had so many moments throughout my life like this, and a lot of them I said no to, and I look back and I thought, man, I wonder what life would have been like. It's like, why am I so afraid to take that chance and that risk? Because it's like changing your viewpoint of what failure means to you, really. It's like, okay, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's not necessarily you fail. It may have not been what you needed to do or should do, or the timing's not right. It's like you move on, you learn from it, and, move on. But we're so like not wanting to get outside our box or do something, because that word failure, that's a very powerful, or fear.
What if?
You know what the acronym for fear is? False evidence appearing real.
False evidence of appearing real. I like that.
So
just like I love the word team.
Yes.
Together, everyone accomplishes more.
Yes.
And
there's no I in team.
Yeah. If there's ever anything we can help you with in any type of way, in our skill set, power, ability, or whatever.
Yeah. Well, thank you. You know what, Gayle and Bunny, thank you so very much. I truly appreciate it. Lisa, thank you for pushing me, to do this, because it's, like I said, honestly, I feel like I have gained 2 more wonderful women friends in my world, in my life. So as we said earlier, Bunny, I count that as a true treasure and as a true blessing. So thank you for that.
So much. Will you give one shout out to my sister and my mother? My mother's 95th birthday was yesterday. And
oh, really? Well, hey, Bunny's mom.
Well, Flora is my sister, and Helen Bronson is my mother.
So Flora and Helen. Okay, so I'll say, hey, Flora, how are you doing? I love your sister, Bunny. And Helen, I want to wish you a very happy birthday. You're 95. I hope you're doing well. My dad's going to turn 92, so keep going, go for it, because we still need you. So keep living life. Happy birthday to you.
And thank you, Gayle and Bunny. Together, the Authentic Amy Roloff Fan Club Facebook page. We really appreciate it, and keep doing what you're doing. We love it.
Thank you.
And I'd love to do this. I'd love to do this again. So
just let us know.
Like, I don't know, 3 months or a month.
Sure. We're up for that.
We'll do it.
Just
what's happening in life and stuff.
That would be awesome.
Tell you guys are great women. I could learn a lot from you both, man.
Well, we can all learn from each other, I think.
Right.
If we take the time to listen,
learn from each other.
All right.
Awesome.
Take care, ladies.
Thanks. Well, God bless you.
One thing I was going to say is that when we talked about social media, and when the thought came to me when you talked about posting it and everything like that, I've gotten better over the years. thankfully. I'm still not there yet. But I always look at, you know, people will say something mean or not agree with you and everything. But for me, it's like, I did my best. I had good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
And if someone criticizes what we talked about or anything, it's like, that's for you. I don't need to own that anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Because this was all good. We had good intentions. We had good conversations. And, you know, so. Yeah.
What I love about this is it was just a little bit like you and Lisa when you chat together. Two girlfriends having a good chat.
Yeah.
That's what I was feeling with the four of us. And like we just said a few minutes ago, we could keep going for several more hours.
Yes.
But
thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye for now. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Take care, you guys.
Bye, Gayle.
Bye.
Bye, Bunny.
Okay.
Bye, Bunny. Bye, Gayle.
Bye.
Talk to you later, Lisa.